Hello, Steve White, Trickboy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, we're up to episode 6 of Lower Decks Season 5, the final season of Lower Decks. It's another really ordinary episode. They're really going out with a whimper, from what I can see. This episode is pretty simple. Basically, we have another Star Trek original series reference for no reason. We have Ollie, who is the descendant of Zeus from Who Mourns for Adonis. This episode is called Of Gods and Angles. And she's on the ship pretending like she doesn't have powers because she just wants to be treated like a normal person. She's in engineering, and Mariner is trying to mentor her or something out of some weird idea that she's grown as a person when she hasn't. So she's had character development or something, but she hasn't. We've got Boimler still using the I know I don't say his name right, but I don't care. Using the pad from the alternate universe, and he's trying to get the cat lady doctor to give him a nickname, and he swears at her and she attacks him, and then he ends up getting a nickname from her anyway, which I'm not going to say, but it sounds like Faku. But I basically just said it anyway. So they're just messing with people, messing with the senses there, I guess. But so they have these two species, the geometric shapes, orbs and cubes, and they hate each other, and they're trying to negotiate with them, and they end up fighting, and they end up turning into a giant cube ship and a giant orb ship, and the ensign Ollie ends up using her engineering knowledge and talents to actually drain the power from the ships and end their silliness. Which she wants to be recognised for, and not for her other powers. And then they find out, because this is all about some like teenage cubes or orbs or whatever gone missing or whatever. I didn't really care. But they find them, and they've had a baby, and their baby is like a different colour, and it's like half cube and half orb. So I guess that's supposed to unify their race or something. Anything else happen in this? No, really nothing. They just sort of... It's just a really ordinary episode. Now, I saw a review from Jesse Gender, who was saying, I'm glad this was just a fun, casual episode, and, we need more of them. Not a lot of them, but just more of them, because not every episode has to be like, the world ending and leading up to something, or part of some bigger story or chapter in some novel. It can just be a random little story, just a, insular, episodic little adventure that's fun, and it's just fun to enjoy and just, chill and have a nice episode. I'm like, well, maybe, but it looks like the whole season is becoming that. And it's just really from going over the top and too much and doing a lot of interesting things in the other seasons to just really just petering out and just going with the flow. And it seems like filler. That thing, apparently most episodes of the original Star Trek that had 20 to 26 episodes were all filler, apparently, according to the Mighty Kurtzman. And they don't do that when you've only got 10 episodes. You create pure perfection and quality, and it's like, no, there's plenty of filler here. This season is filler. So I can see why they ended it. It's like, we got nothing else to say, we got nowhere to go. In order for these characters to stay lower deckers and be the simpletons and incompetents that they were, they have to stay there and not grow, but they're trying to push for this idea that these characters are growing and have arcs. So you either do that or you do the other. So they've really got nowhere to go. So yeah, I can just see this just winding down. Like, I can't believe I'm still talking after 4 minutes. I thought, how am I going to feel a video talking about this? Nothing happened. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this episode. I don't really have any thoughts. I mean, there wasn't enough Rutherford. He should be featured more in every episode because he's the best and I love him. He's my future Star Trek husband. I just have to work out how to be genetically... I just have to work out how to be frozen for like 200 years, so we can get married and live happily ever after. But until then, I'm just, how many episodes do we have left? 4 left? Yeah, I don't know if they're going anywhere with anything in this. It's just like, yeah, okay, I'm going to go. I never thought I'd be bored by an episode of Star Trek, of a new Trek. I'm usually annoyed by stuff they do, but they're not even doing anything bad in Lower Decks anymore. They're just doing nothing.